When is the right time to cut taxes? Is now the right time to cut taxes, Rishi Sunak?
Well, look, we all took a decision to protect the economy and support the NHS through COVID. And of course, we all knew there was a bill that we needed to pay for that. So the question is, should we pay that bill ourselves, or do we put it on the country's credit card and pass the tab to our children and grandchildren to take care of? Now, I don't think that's right. I don't think it's responsible, and it's certainly not conservative, and that's what I wouldn't do as Prime Minister.
Not responsible, Liz Truss.
Under my plans, we would start paying down the debt in 3 years' time. So I'm not putting it on the never, never. I would start paying it down in 3 years.
That's simply not right. You promised almost £40 billion of unfunded tax cuts, £40 billion more borrowing. That is the country's credit card. It's our children and grandchildren, everyone here is kids, who are going to have to pick up the tab for that.
Rishi, that is not true.
There's nothing conservative about doing that.
Under my plans, we would start paying down the debt in 3 years' time. COVID was a 1 in 100 years event. No other country is putting up taxes at this moment. The OECD has described Rishi's policies as contractionary. What does contractionary mean? It means it will lead to a recession. Now, we know what happens when there's a recession. I grew up in Paisley and Leeds in the 1980s and 1990s. I know what it's like when people have to struggle, when you have high unemployment, when people don't have work to go to. We cannot allow that to happen. Under my plans, we will...
Well, let's just take on this, right? So we remember the 80s and the 90s, and you know what the problem we had then? It was inflation. And it's the problem that we have now. It is the single biggest thing that all of you are having to grapple with at home with your bills. And we need to get a grip of inflation, and if we don't do that now, it's going to cost all of you and everybody watching at home far more in the long run. And you know what? Liz, your plans, your own economic advisor has said that that would lead to mortgage rates, interest rates going up to 7%. Can you imagine what that's going to do for everyone here and everyone watching? That's thousands of pounds on their mortgage bill. It's going to tip millions of people into misery, and it's going to mean we absolutely have no chance of winning the next election either.
Rishi is talking about putting up corporation tax this autumn. I don't believe this negative, declinist language.
It's your own
that we're
economic
hearing.
advisor, Liz. It's not mine. It's your own advisor.
I have lots of economists that are backing my plans. Everybody thinks that putting up taxes at this moment is going to hurt the economy.
Do you accept that?
I absolutely.
This is the problem with your plan. It's going to push people into
please let Liz Truss answer. Please let her answer.
When inflation gets out of control, interest rates go up,
Rishi
that's what
Sunak,
happens.
please let Liz Truss answer.
I don't accept those points. Any economist knows that taxes are completely different from interest rates. Interest rates are set by the Independent Bank of England. We know that inflation is forecast to fall next year. What I'm talking about with my plans is not raising taxes. There is no evidence at all that not raising taxes is inflationary.
Do you know what mortgage rates are in the US at the moment? Do you want to use them as an example? Their mortgage rates are almost 50% higher than mortgage rates in this country because they're borrowing so much.
I'm sorry, this
Canada.
is scaremongering.
Canada actually
this is Project Fear.
Liz, I remember the referendum campaign. I remember the referendum campaign, and there were only one of us who was on the side of Remain and Project Fear, and it was you, not me.
Okay.
And you talk
maybe
about
I've
this.
learnt from that.
We talk about this. It was